And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sleep Deprived Art. Is that what we're calling this channel?
I guess.
And this is the first episode of what we're tentatively calling the MoChelle Podcast.
Woo!
So, I'm your host, Michelle.
And Morgan.
Yeah, and this is Morgan's art adventure documentation project. Basically, she told me that she wanted to post speed drawings on YouTube to document her progress of becoming a better artist. Is that about right?
Yeah, just about, because you always see, like, all these artists with, like, amazing artwork, and you're like, there's no way I'm gonna get there. So I want to start where it's like the artwork is crap, and then it gets better as you go along.
See, I already think Mo's a really great artist, and I always have. Like, there's literally just, like, artwork that she's made for me all over this room that we're sitting in right at this very moment.
Nah, man, nah.
But anyway, I decided because I'm the decider in this relationship, right?
Yeah, just about.
I decided that instead of just, like, showing her artwork, which is already cool enough as it is, but, like, why not make it cooler by talking and sharing useless, pointless information over top of it?
Right, because that makes it interesting.
Exactly. You laugh so loud.
I'm so sorry.
You're gonna kill all the headphone users.
You know, it's not the first time someone has told me that I have a loud laugh.
You do.
I'm very boisterous. In your face laughing.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway.
As we said, random topics.
So, this podcast is, like, not structured at all. We're gonna just talk about different things every single week, month, whenever we decide to do this.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna have different topics every time and have fun and discuss our lives and books and movie and whatever else we find relevant and interesting, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so for this podcast in particular, I thought it would be fun to give you some insights on your channel creator / artist, Miss Morgan, right here, aka Mo, aka my best friend.
Nervous. You said interview, and I'm just like, my heart.
They're fun questions, I promise. And then the next episode, which will be when? Next week?
Next week, yeah.
Yeah. So next week, she's going to interview me. So if you want to learn more about me, just stay tuned.
We all want to learn about you.
Sure we do. But, yeah, so that's what's going on. And sorry if this sounds like it was recorded on a potato. It probably was. But, you know, maybe
it's a
someday.
lovely potato.
Yeah, lovely, beautiful, delicious baked potato.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, maybe someday in the future we'll update our equipment and make this a real thing. But, like, for now, we're just doing our best, fam, okay? So bear with us. Anyways, on to the interview questions. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, so first of all, why don't you introduce yourself, say, like, your name and, like, a fun fact about yourself. Like, we're in preschool.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Mo.
Hi, Mo.
Interesting fact. I have been to 13 countries and lived in all but 5 states.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, on to the hard-hitting journalism. What is your third favorite color?
Oh, geez. Red.
Okay. would you like to explain why?
Well, I don't know, because it's like my favorite color is turquoise.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like a less blue-green. It's more like a cyan. And then I like fire colors too. So I'm always going back and forth on which one's my favorite. And I'm like, oh, well, turquoise is my favorite. Then we'll just go down the line like that. So turquoise, cyan, red.
You know, that's interesting. I think red might be my third favorite color, too. I was thinking about it, because my favorite color is definitely green. Mm-hmm. And then I also like bluish teal colors as well. And then third is, like, I kind of like purple, but not really. I kind of like a muted sort of orangey red color.
Yeah.
I think that's my third favorite color.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, look at us. We're so on track.
Interesting facts. Interesting facts only. Isn't this what you subscribe to?
Right.
There's nobody watching this right now.
It's just us.
It's just us. Okay. On to the next one. Describe yourself only using memes. Her face right now. She just, like, completely went blank.
That's none of my business.
That's your meme?
Sure. I'm very sassy.
Yeah. Like Kermit drinking a cup of tea.
It's none of my business.
Interesting. This is something that you would know about because you don't know SpongeBob. But the imagination meme, where SpongeBob's like, imagination.
Yeah.
That's a good Mo meme. Okay. Next question's a little bit difficult.
Oh.
What is the meaning of life?
What kind of question is that?
It's a great question. A question that we all want to know the answer for.
Stay tuned next week. Just kidding.
And that's the end of our first podcast, everybody.
I think the meaning of life is, I don't know, I feel like, well, we're going to get philosophical. Okay. You don't truly live unless you're happy. So the meaning of life is happiness and finding that happiness and doing what you love and enjoy and spreading that love and joy to the world. I feel like I'm like
you're on like an infomercial.
That or what is it? The oh dang,
a televangelist.
No, like a beauty pageant.
Oh.
What is your idea for world peace?
Can you imagine us in a beauty pageant?
Oh, jeez. That's why it's only audio, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't want to break your computer.
What are you saying?
I'm ugly, is what I'm saying.
I have YouTube videos where I show my face, Mo. What are you
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Nah. You're beautiful. No matter what you say.
That wasn't the song that I was going for at all. Other fun fact about Mo, she's tone deaf.
I sound like a dying toad. It's fun.
And she's constantly surrounded by good singers too.
It's great. It's wonderful. Everybody loves it. It's just they'll be over here like hoo, and I'll be over here like ah.
Anyway, moving on. What's the silliest thing you've ever heard people say about you?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like
I just wanted to know.
Silliest thing other people like. What are you categorizing as silly? Like
anything that you find was silly or surprising or stupid or even mean, whatever. Like just something that you heard and you were like, "What, really?"
Oh, people say I'm a quiet person.
I can see that.
Sometimes.
You're very loud, but also very quiet.
I'm a conundrum.
Yes.
Wrapped in an allegory.
Watch, I'm gonna go to edit this and like all the audio is gonna be blown out.
Right.
I'm like, hey Mo, you gotta do it again. You got time to prepare new answers.
That's fine.
Okay. What's something you thought was cool when you were young, but actually isn't?
I had it and then I left. See, this is why it's called sleep deprived art, because we're never going to get enough sleep to hold on to things that I thought was cool but isn't.
I can give an example if you want.
Imaginary friends.
That's a good example.
I thought imaginary friends were the bomb. And then, like, everyone's like, oh, you only have imaginary friends if you're a baby. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm a baby.
I mean, now we still have imaginary friends, but we call them characters.
Right.
But, I always thought hotels were so cool and fancy when I was a kid.
But they are.
Well, I guess they are, but, like, it's such a normal thing now, just, like, you gotta go somewhere and you gotta stay at a hotel.
Right.
But, like, when you're a kid, it's like,
magical hallways that make me run super fast.
Sleeping in a bed that's not mine, and it's not my friends or my family's, it's like, what am I gonna find? Bed bugs, probably.
Take it home with you.
Oh, God.
Spread it like a fatal disease.
Gross.
Yes.
If you could know the complete answer to any question, what would you ask?
What is the meaning of life?
There you go. That'll work. Next time we do this, I'm gonna have you like sit behind me so
Sorry
that you're less loud.
I feel like I should project, but then I'm like, maybe not. It's I'm like whispering, projecting. I'm stage whispering.
Yeah.
It's not working.
It's the theater kid in us. Let's see. What is your personal theme song? Like the song that, like, when you walk in the door, this is the song that plays.
Just kidding.
Eye of the Tiger.
It's the final countdown.
See, now it's my turn to confuse a song. Vamping. This is my vamping song while Mo thinks of her answer. She's got to think of her answer.
Because instead of thinking of a song, I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is my new theme song. It used to be, I know for sure, it used to be, what was it? It was by Simple Plan. I don't remember what it was called, but it's I don't want to be told to grow up, but I'm not gonna change, so you better give up. It was that one.
Okay.
That used to be it back when I was Rebel Mo.
Rebel Mo.
Now I'm just like
sad adult Mo.
Yeah. Maybe the Emperor, the Cusco's theme song. Boom, baby.
I'm thinking of, all I can think of is now is the cartoon, like the show. Like, does he sing?
The TV show?
Yeah, does he sing in the movie? Like, what does he sing?
No. It's like a little guy jumps out of a cake.
Yeah. That's your theme song?
Yeah.
Cusco. You threw off my groove.
I'm sorry, but you threw off the Emperor's groove. Sorry.
Don't throw off his groove.
Beware the groove.
That's a great movie.
I love that movie.
Underrated Disney movie.
Yes.
Okay. This ties into what you said, something you said at the beginning of the podcast, but what is the coolest place you've ever lived?
Ooh. Lived or visited?
Lived. Well, you can do both if you want.
Coolest literally would be Canada.
I meant coolest as in which did you think was like the most awesome?
Ooh. That's a hard one because I've been places. I've seen things.
She's seen some things.
I've met some people. Anywhere with trees, honestly, man. Like, there's no trees here. We're in Arizona.
There are trees. They're Palo Verde trees.
The oven of the world. The devil's butt crack is where we are.
There are trees here. There's like a shit ton of Palo Verde trees.
Yeah, those aren't trees. You can't climb them. You'll get stabbed.
There's also lemon trees and orange trees.
Yeah. But I mean like forests on hills.
You want pine trees.
I want trees where you step outside and you breathe in, you can smell all the sap. So like Oregon or Oregon. I'm gonna go with Oregon.
That's cool. I really like forests too, because I grew up going up north with my dad every summer, and he lived in a trailer that was like, it faced a forest, like, so the backyard was just nothing but forest.
Right.
I used to film all my old booktube videos in that forest.
I remember.
It was so much fun.
Happened in a world.
Yep.
To find out what we're talking about.
No, don't find out what we're talking about. Please don't. Dear God.
I am not a word.
No, I'm going to cut that out because I'm the one that's editing this. Okay. What's something that you wished you'd figured out sooner?
Other people's opinions of you don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that everybody learns eventually.
Yeah. Like, those who matter don't care. Those who care don't matter.
Truth.
Throw them out.
And
shove dirt in their face.
Well, maybe not that.
Don't get super violent, because then you'll go to jail, because we're not kids anymore.
There you go. Do you believe in ghosts and or aliens?
Yes.
Care to elaborate?
Nah. Yeah, I'll elaborate. I feel like, well, aliens, I don't know, I feel like we can't be the only ones out there,
for sure.
Like, there's so many solar systems and stars out there. Like, we can't be the only ones.
Have I ever told you my alien abduction story?
No, you have not.
I feel like I was abducted as a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's a whole thing. I'll save it for another episode of the podcast, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Stay tuned, everybody, for my alien abduction story.
For ghosts, yeah, I've experienced those firsthand. That could be another podcast thing, too. We'll just tell all of our scary stories.
Yeah, that'll be our Halloween podcast. Yeah. Okay. How did you find out that Santa wasn't real?
Oh, so I think I kind of always knew, like, there was no way he could go to all those places. Anyways,
but he's magic, Mo.
I know. I knew for sure when my sister was like 5 years old, and she was all like, "Santa's not real. I swear he's not real. Stay up with me, and I'll show you." And so my sister and I stayed up all night, and we watched as Mom and Dad snuck into the living room, ate all the cookies, and put the presents under the tree. And then we woke up the next day and told my 3-year-old brother, like,
"That's horrible. It ruined his life.
What? That's why our brother hates us."
You turned him into a robot. It's all your fault.
It was my fault. Yeah.
I think for me, it started with the tooth fairy. Like, because I caught my mom sneaking, like, money under my pillow. So I asked her, I was like, "Mom, is the tooth fairy real?" And I was like giving her that look, like, I know. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "No, honey, I'm sorry." And then I was like, "What about Santa then?" And she just was like,
"You're not a kid anymore, I guess."
Yeah.
There goes all of your childhood fantasies.
I ruined my own childhood, basically, by being a little brat. Anyway, what's the meanest thing you've ever done?
I've ever done?
Yeah. Something that you're just like, "Oh, I feel bad about that one still."
Blocked my sister on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. We don't have
That's a whole story.
Yeah, we don't have to elaborate on that one, but, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we're doing, like, more lighthearted mean, I can't say that, never mind. Well, we'll stay with that.
Okay. If your life was a movie, what genre would it be?
Fantasy. Just kidding.
What have you been up to that I don't know
exist.
About? It doesn't exist.
Let's see. Probably a sitcom.
Sitcom?
What do you mean, Barbara?
Who's Barbara?
I don't know. Everyone knows I'm over dramatic. Yeah, it'd be very, like, I'm thinking about that because I'm like, if it was an action movie, it'd be very boring. If it was.
We must buy cat food for the cats.
Can't let the dog get the cat food because it's bad for puppy tummies.
Pineapple on pizza. Yes
Ew.
or no? Okay, I guess
absolutely. Ew. No. You can't mess up pizza and you can't mess up pineapple, but you can if you put them together. Jeez.
I can't eat pineapple, so I don't have an answer for this question.
I hate pineapple on pizza.
Okay. What is the funniest language?
Funniest language?
Like, it just sounds funny. Like, just the funniest language. Just hearing it.
I don't know.
I think German.
German
just sounds so funny. And I am German, so I can say that.
I don't know. I like how Gaelic sounds, but it's not funny.
Uh-huh. English probably sounds really funny.
Yeah.
Like just imagine, like, not understanding.
the lingo of the kiddos nowadays is pretty out there. I feel so old because I'm like, what does that mean?
A couple of months ago, my brother was asking me, like, my opinion on something, and I said that it was extra, and he didn't understand what I meant by that. Like, that's, like, the first time in a while that I really felt like the age gap between me and my brother.
Right. I had to explain what a tweaker was to somebody the other day.
That's not even a new word, though. That's, like, an older word.
Right, yeah, and she was, like, 48 or so.
Hmm.
She was raised in the South, so they were prim and proper back there.
I can guarantee you there are tweakers in the South, for sure.
I know, but, like, where she was raised, like, she wouldn't have heard about things like that. And then she moved here, where they're everywhere.
Yeah, we're basically in, like, we're not in New Mexico, but we're in, like, Breaking Bad County. Like, the entire American Southwest is, like, there's some things going down. There's lots of aliens. There's lots of cacti.
Just flip us over with a spatula, we'll be good. Yeah. Cooked a little too long, our brains are fired.
Meth, cacti, aliens. That's the American Southwest. And cowboys.
Welcome to Arizona.
And Mexico. There's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many things we could talk about in regards to the way.
That could be a whole thing, like, why we hate Arizona, why we hate...
I mean, I love Arizona. Like, I was born and raised here, like, we have different perspectives on that, but, like, there's so many things about this state that are so backwards and sad, and the political landscape is just an absolute nightmare, but you wouldn't know about that because you don't pay attention to politics.
I don't have TV.
That's one of the things that frustrates me most about Mo, other than not understanding my SpongeBob references, is just, like, she doesn't know a thing about what's going on in the world, like, news or politics-wise. And I'm just like, Mo, this is important.
Yes, I agree, but I am not going to pay a monthly bill on top of all of our other bills to find out.
Just, like, sign up for an online newsletter or something.
Because then it's like, how do I know that the news is telling us right?
I'll find you a good source. I'll find a free online newspaper for you.
Like, I know when they do, like, crazy shit, but that's because everyone gets in an uproar, and then I'm late to the party.
Mo is literally that person that gets all of her news from Facebook.
I wouldn't say fake. Well,
social media in general.
That, or, like, friends being like, did you see this? And I'm like, nope.
I remember on election night, it was during NaNoWriMo National Novel Writing Month, if you don't know what that is, where basically you try to write an entire book in a month, and me and Mo were participating, and we were, like, writing buddies, so, like, every night we'd, like, get together, and we'd say, okay, you want to start writing now? Okay, we're going to write together for this long. But that night, I was just, like, so scatterbrained because, like, election things were happening, and I was upset and nervous, and, like, Mo just did not care. She didn't get it. She didn't know what was going on, or, like, who the candidates were.
I knew who the candidates were. I wasn't that far gone.
It was, like, such a, like, weird thing to me to be, like, so disconnected, but I guess, I don't know, I'd probably be a lot happier if I didn't pay attention to politics.
I'm one of those people that's like, I'll be fine out in the woods with no one around. It just... Zombie apocalypse happens, I wouldn't even know.
Well, see, then you step outside and that's how you get eaten, because you didn't know.
Right. But then that would be a fun way to go. Just be like, oh, look, a zombie, oh.
Okay, are you ready for the next question? Sure. What's the worst name you've ever heard?
Like, ever heard?
Yeah, the worst name. Like, you're like, that person's parents must absolutely hate them.
Twig.
Twig?
Yeah.
Whose name is Twig?
It was in the South.
I was watching a video the other day that was like, if George Washington was made a monarch instead of the president, like, who would be the king of America today? And there was, like, a couple of different lines that the historian followed because George Washington didn't have, like, sons, biological sons. So one of the lines would have had, like, King Bushrod and King, like, weird, funny American names. And I was
nice.
That would definitely set us apart from British history, for sure.
Yes.
King Bushrod II.
Bushrod.
There were, like, 3 people named Bushrod on that chart. I was like,
who named that? That's
George Washington's family. Anyway.
How would you get a name like that?
People like bushes, people like rods, and now your name is Bushrod.
Oh my god.
I also knew a kid when I was little named Rimrum.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew a kid named Tootsie Roll once, but that's not as bad as Twig.
Tootsie Roll?
Yeah.
That was his actual name?
Yeah, everyone just called him Tootsie.
Interesting.
His mom really liked Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie. What are some weird things you used to do as a child?
Does it count if I still do it now?
I guess.
I talk to myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Weird things I used to do as a child. I used to, and I still do this every now and then when I'm, like, really bored. The look on your face is like, oh, God, who are you? I used to, like, whenever we were sitting someplace and I was super bored, I would look at everything and be like, how would I get on the ceiling? And then I would picture myself, like, doing karate shit. Climb up onto the ceiling. Like, yeah, if I was going to climb up on the ceiling, this is how I would do it. This is the path I would take.
I think that's pretty normal.
Is it?
Yeah, because, like, that's, like, what the whole game, like, The Floor is Lava is about. Like, just imagining, like, how to get from one place to another.
No, but, I mean, like, like, I would picture myself, I don't know, because I never heard anybody else do that. So I was like, oh.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that weird to me, but...
Okay. Well, you want weirder. Okay.
I mean, you share whatever you feel comfortable with, Mo.
I'm just trying to think, because, like, I was a very sheltered child. So... weird.
A sheltered child that lived in, like, 30 different places.
Yeah, like, I mean, we're cultured, but we're sheltered.
Cultured but sheltered.
Like I said, I'm a conundrum. Wrapped in an allegory. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay with that.
Okay. What's the best way to eat a potato?
Mashed. Fried. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
So your answer is anyway.
That's from Lord of the Rings.
Ah, so yeah. No. You don't get my SpongeBob references. I don't get your
my
fantasy
movie quotes.
references. Yeah.
Best way to eat a potato. Yeah, I think mashed. I think mashed is my favorite kind.
What do you put in your mashed potatoes?
You put things in mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you're just gonna eat a mashed potato with no, like, butter or salt
butter
or cheese
and salt,
or anything.
Like, duh.
I know people that put lots of sour cream.
Ew.
Why ew?
I don't like sour cream.
Okay.
Why would you ruin mashed potatoes with sour cream? It's called sour for a reason. I don't like sour things.
Interesting. I did not know that.
I like sweet things.
Yeah, I knew that.
I like spicy things. I don't like sour.
I don't like spicy things. Also, spicy things don't like me.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last question, Mo.
Oh, we're doing good.
What is your advice for aspiring artists? A nice little wrap up to the whole point of this.
Hey, yeah. My advice for aspiring artists would be, 1, don't give up. You will get there eventually.
Uh-huh.
A lot of art stuff is learned skills. So, like, writing, drawing, things like that, it's a learned skill. So it takes time to get good at it. Mm-hmm. You don't, like, everybody that you see that is, like, super good at it, they've been doing it for years and years and years and years. So don't give up. Just keep going. 2, if it's drawing purposes, draw what you like. Like, don't let anybody tell you that what you're drawing is stupid or dumb. Or draw what you like, because it gets you drawing, it gets you going. 3 would be to also step out of your comfort zone when you're drawing. Like, say, I know a lot of people struggle with, like, hands when they first start out. Like, draw a whole crap load of hands, draw a crap load of feet, draw a crap load of backgrounds. Like, step out of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I guess that's it.
We did good. We did good.
How long have we been recording?
I have no idea.
Hopefully it's long enough.
Right.
So yeah, that's the first episode of the unnamed but tentatively named MoChelle Podcast.
I think we'll just keep it MoChelle.
The MoChelle Podcast.
MoChelle Podcast.
Brought to you by Mo and Michelle.
Yes.
So, yeah, I hope you liked this. I hope you enjoyed whatever drawing Mo decides to put with this. And I hope that you come back next week to learn more about me.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty cool.
She's very interesting.
Sure I am.
But you are.
And tune in next week to find out why. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.